This is WICR.
All right, we are back here, and we are finally going to talk about probably the most important team in New York right about now, the New York Mets. We're just going to talk about probably. I'm not going to say it was one of the worst timed series for the Mets to have.
Exactly.
But yeah, they had a rough series against the Nationals this weekend. At least they took one. But the Nationals aren't really a concern for us at the moment. It's just losing games are a concern.
No, definitely. And it's like last year we kind of like figured out that Nationals curse. Like, how do we beat the Nationals? Last year we beat the Nationals. This year it's back to how we normally play against them. You hope you get one, and then that's it. But I mean, it wasn't. Look, the first game we got killed. Montero's horrible.
Yeah, he's a joke.
But TJ Rivera comes out of nowhere, gets us a big homer in the 10th, second game, and we barely get past that one. And
Yeah, you're not going to get that every night.
But yesterday was just your typical swing day, middle of the day game, 1-0 ball game. Gazelman pitched great, but it was just one bad pitch, and that's all it took to beat us yesterday.
Yeah, it was one bad pitch, and we will give you a soundbite of this one bad pitch right about now. 1 sec.
The outfielders didn't even move as Wilson Ramos hits number 21. The ball was pulverized. Yoenis Cespedes and Curtis Granderson barely moved. They didn't move.
Yep, that's what it sounded like yesterday off of Fernando Salas. I think it was in the 8th or the 7th. I don't know.
Yeah, it was in the 7th. I don't like how the announcers were talking about the Mets right there.
Have you ever listened to a game by them?
No.
Oh, worst announcers in baseball. Biased as bias gets, and as boring gets. They sit there talking about how great Scherzer and Harper is for 9 innings. But listen, I'm not worried about the Nationals. I don't care about the Nationals. If we make playoffs, we face them. I think we're gonna beat them. I just don't see Murphy's been nothing. I mean, nothing that he was. I mean, this cat could win MVP, but he hasn't been near 400, 7 homers against the Mets, Murphy. And I mean, I think it's almost remarkable how much Harper's regressed. But I mean, all that considered, the Mets just gotta wipe that away, and we gotta win today because I think Cardinals play today, so they're gonna even up the records, one way or another. Will either be one game up or tied for that.
Yeah.
Tied for that second spot. But the Giants have been the team nobody's talking about is the Giants have been horrendous.
Oh yeah, they were. I don't really watch them that much, but I know they blew a lead against the Padres of all teams to blow a lead against them.
3 against them, and Bumgarner lost.
Yeah, they've been on the downhill for a while
Since the
lately.
All-Star game.
Yeah, they haven't been doing good at all.
But hey, my whole theory is this is LA keep winning games because I think we can beat LA in a series, but we're not beating it. Nobody's beating LA in a one-game playoff. Nobody's beating.
No one's beating Kershaw. It doesn't matter if he's coming off an injury.
No.
Kershaw's Kershaw when he has to be
And
Kershaw.
that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm like, I think we can beat Bumgarner. We shelled Bumgarner when we went out there. We lost that game, but we think we got 4 or 5 off him with a grand slam when we played him last. But it's just gonna come down to those divisional games. I think we're either done with Washington now, or maybe we get them one more time. But
No, we're done with them.
yeah,
Thank
so the
God
rest
we're
of the
done with
way, We
Washington.
get Miami, Philadelphia, and Atlanta. I think.
And Miami, we play Miami too.
And those-
I know, not Miami. Minnesota. We play
they get
Minnesota
them this
tomorrow.
weekend. I'm going to one of those games, and that's a team you got. That team's horrible. That's a
Yeah.
team you got to win, beat too. But I read a thing today where this guy writes for SNY. People are saying, everybody's living off last year. Everybody's living off 2015. It took me till like halfway through this season to get over 2015. It was just such a magical ride. But this guy opened my eyes a little bit. He's like, look at this team. We're no injury. All we have is injury.
Yeah.
Our pitchers are down. No Harvey. No Walker. No Duda. We don't have DeGrom and Matz right now. And then here we are. Right now, it's sole possession of a playoff spot. I think it's pretty remarkable, and I think it's pretty remarkable that if Seth Lugo come up, who looks legit to me.
He does. He looks good.
But Gazelman's number 5, what he's supposed to be. Cologne's winning us games. I mean, if we get to the playoffs, again, I expect us to win, but it's not. Who's to say how far we go? Who's to say how far we won't go? But I think it's pretty impressive. Seth Lugo right now, I'm getting pumped for his starts when he comes around because I feel like that guy is going to go out there and give us 7 and get us a win.
Oh, he's good, and you know what? I had really bad. He had a very, very bad first game
Exactly. Yeah.
against the Yankees. He blew. I think it was a 2-run lead.
Yeah.
He came in and blew like a 2-run lead against the Yankees at Citi Field, and it's like you don't want that to be your first impression on Met fans. Met fans are the most.
You, Brian.
Yeah, it's good for you, but Met fans are the most, like, some of the most miserable group of people.
No. We talk about it. Mets fans, we're used to losing. If we don't lose, we're surprised, and I think that's what was surprising about last year too. But I think the bullpen's been just amazing this year.
Yeah, thank God, Addison Reed. Thank God.
Coming in, he's going out there, and he's just a guy. He doesn't overpower you, but he's throwing his fastball, begging you to hit it. He's like, if you can hit. He's basically saying, go out there and try to beat me, or I'm just going to beat you. Then, of course, you got Familia, who either looks like, Armando Benitez, or he looks like Mariano Rivera. You don't know who you're going to get, but he's getting the job done, I guess. But, it all comes back to game management, which we know Terry is not the best at.
No.
But, I'm just happy this series at Washington's done. I was happy, again, like you said, we won 1. But we got, again, I don't like saying we got to sweep teams, but we got to sweep this Minnesota team. They have nothing. No lineup and no pitching.
I mean, what did they take? 2 against? Did they take 2 against Atlanta or 1 against Atlanta?
Mets?
3 against Atlanta. They swept Atlanta or they took 2?
We took 2. They won an extras the second game.
All right.
But again, Terry.
Well, yeah, he screwed up.
Yeah.
But I'm happy to come out of
The road trip.
yeah, that Atlanta and Washington, probably the worst teams we played against the whole year. We've had such a hard time with them, and we come out and split. I'm not angry about that. I mean, it would have been great to sweep Atlanta, but I'm happy to get a game from Washington.
Well, and we'll talk about a little bit after we can talk about the playoff race and these schedules for the other teams. But the Mets have got the easiest schedule. We got I don't want to say it's a cakewalk, but talk about the Jets controlling their own destiny in Week 17. We control our destiny right now. These are games you gotta win, and these are games that you can win. It's not like we're going out against Washington for 4. We're not going and facing anybody out division who's gonna give us a hard time. We're playing Philadelphia. We're playing Atlanta, Miami, who honestly we have owned the whole year. But even when
people were saying they were good and a contender for the wild card, we were killing Miami.
Yes.
With Giancarlo Stanton. All right, well, we're going to leave there, and we're going to come back and talk about the future of the playoffs here on WICR. We will be back in just a minute.